Hi, I'm Trish. Hopefully this doesn't mess up the start of it like it did in my last video, making me look like a fool. Thought I'd give you a quick update, and it will be because I've got to duck out to get my daughter soon. Quick update on where I am with my sleeve and all of this reflux that I've been having. I had an appointment at the bariatric clinic a couple of weeks ago. Actually, what I'll do first, so that I can put this on and you can hear me properly, because I know you all like to see how I'm looking now. At the moment I'm 91.5 kilos, so I have dropped probably a couple more kilos since the last video I made. I haven't been dieting or anything, I've got no appetite. I'm an emotional non-eater, and let's say I've had a bit going on. So I have been dropping a bit of weight. These jeans, I know I shouldn't be wearing them anymore because look how baggy they are, especially in the butt. They're not attractive. But this is me now, 91.5 kilos, wearing jeans that are just much too big for me. But they're nice and big and sloppy and comfy. And that's how I like it. And I've got a sore back at the moment as well. Yeah, so I had an appointment at the... Had an appointment at the bariatric clinic a couple of weeks ago to talk about the reflux, and you better believe that took a swag of phone calls and all but begging to see someone. I think I had to get a letter from my GP sent in to say that I'm having problems. The main problem I'm having is, as I said, reflux. I'm still taking Pariat. If I don't take the Pariat for even one single day, the reflux comes back and it burns. And I'm waking up choking in the middle of the night. Not every night, but enough. If you've ever had that happen, you'll agree with me that once is too often. So I saw the surgeon, and he was still reluctant to do any tests or anything, and he basically accused me of, he didn't use the word bullying him into getting things rolling, but essentially, I can't remember exactly what he said, but that was the gist of it. And I tried to explain to him that, like, with the way that the public system runs, it's all very slow, and as it is now, I think I'm probably going to end up bypassed, but it's going to be about 2 years away. 2 years more of me taking Pariat every day when I've already been taking it for the better part of 20 years. And studies have shown that long-term usage of Pariat can lead to stomach cancer, but they've only done studies on people who've been taking it up to 10 years. So mine's double that. If I don't take the Pariat, I'm at risk for oesophageal cancers. And if I don't take it, the reflux comes back. I get very, very bad pain, very, very bad burning. And that's not acceptable either. So he referred me off to have esophageal manometry done again, and pH monitoring again, and they are very unpleasant tests. I don't know if I made this video before, but I made it, so this is just a recap anyway. Plus I've been put on the waiting list for a gastroscopy, which I'm being told will be about 12 months. But I did call the waiting list office and got them to put me on a short notice list. So if someone cancels, they can call me, but it would be very, very short notice. But I'm fine with that. I just need to get this, rocking and rolling and get it done. So that was a clinic appointment. In the meantime, and this is an indication of just how bad things get without the Pariat. As I said, the reflux and the burning and stuff comes back after missing only one tablet on the Pariat. Even on the Pariat, I'm still waking up choking at night sometimes. With the esophageal manometry and the pH monitoring, I have to stop taking the Pariat for 10 days beforehand. So I decided, because the test I don't think was accurate last time, I decided to stop taking it 2 weeks beforehand, so an extra 4 days, just to make sure that the test is accurate. So it would have only been 6 days in to that 2 weeks. I was out to dinner with friends, and I felt fine. I felt fine. I put my back out on the weekend. It was worth it though. Yeah, I put my lower back out on the weekend, and then the next night I had a bit of pain, like in the middle of my back, but I've got two bulging discs there, so I thought, well, it's just, I've irritated one of the discs as well. And then when I got up in the morning, my lower back was really sore. I think I'm on about day 3 now of day 3 or day 4 of a very sore lower back, but I'm pretty sure that's just muscular. But yeah, so then I went out to dinner. I've been getting a bit of heartburn and like burning and pain and stuff, but I've been having quickies and what's the other one, gastrogel, because I'm allowed to take those over the 2 weeks. And like on the weekend, like I went out to dinner on the Tuesday. Over the weekend, I had like a really hot chili. I had hot and sour soup, and it's got a lot of chili in it. That was fine. I had champagne. I had red wine. All of that was fine. I had tandoori chicken. That didn't upset it. I mean, like I got a little bit of burning, a little bit of heartburn, but nothing too bad. So then I'm at dinner on Tuesday, and I was waiting for my meal, and I had 1 glass of Moscato, which is a sparkling white wine, and just as I was finishing it, I got really, really bad back pain and really bad like tummy pain, like right in under my ribs. But the really bad tummy pain was going through to my back, which that can be a heart attack. And I just suddenly felt very, very, very unwell. And I was with like a heap of people. There must have been, I don't know, maybe 12, 14 people there. So because I was feeling so unwell, I thought I'll get up and I'll go to the toilet, and I'll stretch around and see if I can stretch it out and see if I feel a bit better. So I went to the toilets, and in the end actually ended up curled up in a ball on the floor of a public toilet, just in so much pain I couldn't get up. It was awful, and I was sweating. I felt sick. That when I was able to finally get up, and I don't know how long I laid there, maybe like 15 or 20 minutes. The pain was so bad. There was like literally a puddle of sweat on the floor where I'd just been like pouring sweat onto the floor. So I managed to get up, and I went back out to the table to say goodbye. And I was really embarrassed because I must have looked like death warmed up, and I was in so much pain, and I was so frightened that it was a heart attack that I just wanted to get out of there and go and get in my car and drive to the hospital. And I know I shouldn't have driven myself to the hospital. I should have called an ambulance, blah, 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 blah. I've been looking after myself for so long that I just, that doesn't work for me. So anyway, so all my friends probably thought I was like some drama queen, or I don't know. So anyway, drove myself to the hospital and went in there, and you've got to go up to triage. There's a 2-step where you go and tell them who you are, and then you go to the next window and you tell them what's wrong. By the time I got to the window and I didn't even really have to wait, by the time I got to the second window and was talking to the nurse, telling her what was going on, I ended up saying to her, I can't stand up anymore, I have to sit down. I couldn't even stand. So I went over to a chair, and like the waiting room was so full of people. I was so embarrassed, and I was all by myself, just curled up in a chair, crying and moaning and like really loud. I was in so much pain for the second time in as many months at that hospital. So a nurse came out after a little while, and she did my blood pressure, did my oxygen sats. I don't know what they were. I imagine my blood pressure would have been quite high because I was in so much pain. My oxygen sats might have been a tiny little bit low because, like you hyperventilate a little bit when you're in a lot of pain. So, and then I ended up just, like folded up over my knees, sitting in this chair, and the pain eventually went away. I don't know how long it took, maybe, I don't know, an hour or something. I don't remember. I was just too much in pain to remember everything too clearly. So the pain eventually went away. The nurse had said to me that she'd come back with some, I think it was Nurofen or something, and I said, I can't have Nurofen, I've been sleeved. and I can't have codeine. And I said to her, and also I've had a glass of wine because I thought that might affect what painkillers they give me. So then she didn't even come back, and like the pain had gone by then, and I thought, I'm not going to sit here in this waiting room for what will probably be like 4 or 5 hours now that the pain has gone. So I just went home. I went and checked myself out, and I went home because I only live 5 minutes away from the hospital. So if anything had happened, I was only 5 minutes away. So I went home and I went and saw my GP the next day, and she said it's just from not taking the Pariat, and the reflux has come back really severely, and essentially I've probably got like gastritis, or I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, an ulcer or something, I don't know, something, but my stomach has become like essentially damaged just from being less than a week off Pariat, and I've got another week to go. But at least I'll get these tests done, and then I can start the Pariat again. And if it is just gastritis or something, that'll heal it over a week or two, and that pain will go away. I've been managing just with Quick Ease and Gastrogel since then, because I don't have the heartburn all the time. But I just had some Vita Wheats with butter and peanut butter, and I've got heartburn now. So as soon as I finish making this video, I'm going to go and chow down on a couple of quickies because I've got to go out to dinner as well. So that's where I'm at the moment. Next week, when I have the oesophageal manometry and pH monitoring done, I'll make a video, and that will very likely be a very whingy, very whiny video because I don't like those tests. They don't hurt, but they're extremely, extremely unpleasant. So the next time you see me, unless I make another video in between, I've got another video that I want to make, you're going to see me with a tube up my nose and tape across my face, and I'm not going to be happy. So that's it. That's my super quick video, just letting you know what's going on at the moment.